Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the future of the water and wastewater industry and the careers you didn't know about. I'm your host, Dave Kosminski, and we are live in the studio with a new friend of mine who is a daughter of an old friend of mine. So, Miss Taylor Mrozowski, who is basically works for the town of Wallingford and the Wallingford water supply. Hi, Taylor. Thanks for coming over.
Thanks for having me.
Awesome job. Okay, fantastic. So, tell me, how did you find your way into the water career?
I used to be in the pool business.
Okay.
I was in the pool business for about 10 years. And my parents texted me. They're like, hey, there's a job opening at the Wallingford treatment plant, and I think you'd fit in. We saw it in the record journal. So I said, hey, why not? I applied for it. Worst thing that happens, they say no. So
awesome. Fantastic. So how long you been there now?
I've been there for a little over 2 years.
A little over 2 years. And now is that is a class 4 plant?
It is, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So did you get your certification yet, or were you working
yet.
on it?
I am still in the process of it. I had to do the schooling first, which I did finish in the spring.
Okay.
So I'm just waiting for my diploma to come in, or my
Nice.
certificate, and then I'll be going to do my test.
Nice. So tell us what your day job is about. Tell us.
So, you walk in the door, you clock in, you go check out the plant, see how it is, check out the clear well, check out your flows, see if filters need to be washed.
Okay.
You do your lab tests between 2 and 4 times a day, depending on if we have our part-timers there in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Then, once you start getting rolling, after you do lab tests, checking everything out, you got to do your chemical transfers into the day tanks, check out your dosages, your flows, see if everything's working properly.
Okay.
Want to keep it in good shape.
Okay. So how many MGD plant is that?
We can do up to 8 million gallons down. But we really don't
just pull the microphone just over just to show a little bit. So when you're talking that way, that's it. Okay.
Right there?
Yeah, that's
okay.
Good. That's good. Okay. So you have 8 MGD a day.
Yeah.
Okay. So obviously surface water supply. How big is the reservoir?
How much? 1 billion gallons.
1 billion gallons. Okay.
I need help from the peanut gallery.
Just so you know, Taylor's dad, Woody is in the studio, and Woody was on the podcast a few episodes back, and actually works for the state of Connecticut over in Middletown. So you wouldn't have had any influence from Dad on getting into the water industry, right?
No.
Wink, wink, wink. So, So basically, from the standpoint of obviously surface water supplies are required to be filtered and so forth. So, what's the level of the reservoir at? Are you guys at 70%, 80%, or full?
It's usually around there, because we have to pull from the other 2 reservoirs.
Okay.
So once we get low, we tend to pull from the Ulbrich and Mackenzie Reservoir.
Okay.
Mackenzie's more well known. So.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because I think we're still in stage 2 drought situation in Connecticut. So everybody, do you have any ordinances in place now for conserving water as far as to your customers?
Not really. We haven't really sent anything out.
Okay, all right,
Not
excellent.
that I know of, at least.
Nice. So, what do you like about the job? How do you?
Honestly, I like it. I work with a great group of guys.
Okay.
It's nice out there, kind of out away from everyone. It's a good place to work at. Everyone gets along.
Yes.
We all have fun together.
Yes, I think Woody, we've had cross connection meetings out there, haven't we? Yes, we have. Okay. Woody's also a member of the cross connection committee for the Connecticut section, and he's hosted many a meeting out at the reservoir there. It's a gorgeous place. So as far as your daytime, obviously, going from you have a rapid. It's not slow sand. It's what kind of filters you're using?
It's multimedia rapid sand.
It is rapid sand.
Rapid sand. Okay.
Multimedia.
Yeah. For sure. Go from there. So, the how many customers now does the town of Wallingford have?
It's around 40,000.
About 40,000.
Okay. All right. So most of those now. You also have your own sewer department over there too.
Yes.
When for wastewater now
Yep.
is basically all of the 40,000 water customers on wastewater on sewer.
About, yeah.
Pretty much.
Because we do have some people with the well water
Yeah.
and the septics, but some people have well water, but they also have they're connected to the public sewer. So
Right.
sometimes it's opposite.
Yeah. We have the same thing. You got to get that potpourri mix.
Yeah.
Some have sewer but don't have water. Some have water but don't have sewer. So you get to the situation where, you just do with what you got. As far as that goes. So nice. Does Wallingford have a lot of industrial customers? I know we happen to use environmental laboratories over in Wallingford on Penn
We
Drive,
do
I think.
have some industrial, over by like Barnes Road, off 68.
Yeah.
We do have a lot of that over there.
Okay. Now, do most of your lab work in house, or do you send that out?
We do have a lot of our lab work in house. We do, our dailies, but usually quarterly or sometimes annually. We send out to sewer lab, and then sometimes it goes out to the big lab.
The big lab. Okay. So now, as far as the, do you guys do your quarterly testing out as far as in the distribution system, and that comes back to the lab also?
Yep.
Okay. So, and do you get involved in any of the sampling?
Sometimes. All I do is sometimes I'll just grab the samples.
Okay, grab samples.
Most of the time it's the water quality inspector that grabs the samples, but
Okay.
sometimes we have one that we don't use often, one water source. So we'll go out there because it's completely out of the way for the water quality guy to do it.
Okay.
So that's really...
So how many employees in the Wallingford Water District?
At the plant, we have 6 operators.
Okay.
Plus the 2 part-timers in the afternoon, and then our 2 supervisors. But we also have distribution, but they're in a completely separate building and more in town.
Right. Now is your administrative office, is that, if I remember, what, South Cherry Street?
Yes.
Oh, okay. See, I remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good job.
I remember one of our I was chair of the conservation committee, and Pat Crabtree was on the committee.
She just retired.
She did.
Recently, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was great.
Pat was a longtime member of the department, and and actually her significant other, husband, was a musician. So we had common interests there.
Oh yeah.
And she would update me on what he was doing as far as where he was playing and all that kind of good stuff. So how many years did Pat have? She had quite a few years there. She had to have over.
She had her 30 years.
I'm sure. I'm sure. My gosh. So, and how many on? So do you guys do all your own billing on water and sewer down from the administrative offices?
They do it all. Yeah.
They do it all. Yeah. I see. I was saying. So now, do you guys bill quarterly? I assume.
For water and sewer, yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Most everybody does. So anyway. So going back to the treatment plant, as far as that goes, are you involved in any of the watershed inspections as far as inspecting the watershed, or?
Me personally, no.
No. Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
We have our watershed guys for that.
And they go out and have you ever had to put a boat in a reservoir?
Me personally, no.
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 Did they get?
I'd like to, but.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty out of the way. It's pretty obscure. Do you find you have a lot of people trying to fish in there?
Oh yeah, I mean in Mackenzie you can fish in there.
Okay.
So we see a lot of people fishing. But in the Ulbrich Reservoir and Pog Pond, you are not allowed to fish.
How big is Mackenzie?
180 million.
It's about 180 million.
180 million. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you got a fair amount. And the Hogbach is, how big is that one?
Gilbert's about 650 million.
Ulbrich's about 650 million.
Okay. All right. So you got a fair amount of water over there. So
Oh,
now,
yeah.
now, do you guys have any wells at all in town that you?
We have 3 wells.
Oh, okay.
We have one over on Hartford Turnpike.
Okay.
And then we have 2 right next to each other over on Oak Street, which is where Pragman Park is.
Okay.
So.
Now, are those also production wells that are pumping into the system?
Yep.
Daily
we
too?
alternate them every month.
Okay.
So.
All right. So, as far as any treatment over there, what do you just disinfection and corrosion control, or?
Yeah, we do because it is the well water, groundwater.
Okay.
We just do the basic, chlorine, fluoride. We put the phosphate in there. That's for the corrosion control.
Yeah,
Yep.
orthophosphate.
Yep.
Do you use the plate or do you use the powder?
It's the liquid.
The liquid. Oh, the liquid. Okay. All right. That's cool. That's cool. And how many mg are those wells? Do you know?
They're usually around 1.
1 MGD?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to help it, because the good thing about having the wells is it does take pressure off the plant.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if we're going through so much water and, we just need the extra oomph.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
the wells do help out a lot.
Exactly.
Especially in the summertime, this time of year.
So what's your daily consumption now in this time of year, or, in the summer months? What do you got to be up to?
In the summer we usually do anywhere between 4 and 5.5, 6 million gallons.
Okay.
Really depends on how much water people are using, or
Right.
or if, not getting any rain.
Yeah, I think everybody's lawn it's just like walking on straw.
Yeah.
My God, crunchy.
Yeah.
Well, at least from that standpoint, you've got some relief from the wells that can give you a little bit of relief. Go from there. But it sounds like you guys got a lot of headroom as far as water supply.
Yeah.
As far as that goes, that's good. So, when you get, do you have anybody doing any education programs as far as on conservation or anything like that that you get involved in?
Not that I know of.
No.
I don't
Okay.
really have much.
Yeah, and so when you got out of high school, what was your vision as far as career paths?
It wasn't this.
It wasn't
No.
this. Okay.
I originally went to school for criminal justice. I went to UNH
Okay.
in New Haven. Went there for 2 years. Then I decided to go to Middlesex, right down the road.
Okay,
So,
right across the river. Sure.
That's I was going there during my breaks. I'd go bother my dad at work.
There you go.
So and then I was still in the pool business. So
Now, when you say pool business, what did that entail?
I used to be a manager for a pool company.
Okay.
And after that, I decided, kind of want some more money.
Okay.
And I decided to go out in the field. So
Nice.
I did, openings, closings,
Okay.
pool equipment installs, stuff like that, repairs.
Okay.
I loved it. The money was great, but it takes a toll on you after a while.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. Now, what were primarily most of the installs? Were they above ground or in ground or combination of both?
We didn't do actual pool installs.
Oh, okay.
We did equipment installs.
Oh, okay.
But we did in grounds, above grounds, all that stuff. So I liked it.
Okay.
I made, good relationships with customers and whatnot. But
Yeah.
the time came, I kind of had to get out of there.
Yeah, well, it gets to the point. So that obviously happened, and Dad makes the phone call and say, "Hey, check this out."
Yeah,
So
pretty much. That's kind of what happened.
go from there. Yeah, in fact, a good friend of mine, he's involved. Charlie's Water Wagon, actually, he does a lot of pool fillings. And
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Charlie he's got six tankers on the road, and they're running all the time.
Yep,
And-
especially this time of year.
Oh my God, it's unbelievable. But when you get into the point of, like I say, with demand on water, especially in this, we're in exceptionally dry times, and we need the water badly.
Yeah.
As far as that goes, and the folks that, a lot of folks now. I know we have one system in town here that is actually owned by Connecticut Water Company, and out on 66, and they have one well out there. They're constantly bringing tank trucks out there to replenish the well. I mean, it's that bad, as far as that goes. But do you have any problem with people noticing their wells running dry that are on well water in the town, or do you hear about that at all?
I really haven't heard about it. Mm-hmm. But I know a lot of times, especially when they've lived with having wells for so long, they kind of get the feel of around this time of year to try to
cut back and
Yeah.
conserve. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. You get to a situation where you can't do 5-6 loads of laundry a day, wash the car, and do you have many homes in Connecticut that have in-ground irrigation systems? Because they're usually a good source of consumption, as far as that goes.
about 600.
About 600.
600.
Okay. Well, you get to the point where that seems to be in vogue now. People have to have the in-ground irrigation systems. And, of course, when we talk about in-ground irrigation systems, we need to talk about cross connections, right, Woody?
Absolutely.
So forth. Are you familiar with cross connections at all?
A little bit, not too much.
Okay.
That is something that I do want to get into once have my complete certification and
Sure.
everything. So that's going to be one of the next things that I go for.
Uh-huh. So you're working under somebody's license over there now at the plant. So and that's you're going for a Class 4 license?
Yep.
Uh-huh. There you go. So that's great. So, all right. So how long ago did you graduate from high school?
9 years ago.
9 years ago. You've been out that long. Wow. Well,
Don't
9
remind
years,
me.
and then and how many years did you spend down at U of H?
UNH was 2 years.
2 years. Okay, and then
And
Middlesex.
Middlesex was about 2 years.
Okay. Sure.
Well, year and a half because I did take a semester off
Okay.
between.
Yeah. So, you get to a point where, again, life happens, as far as that goes, and you go from there. So, anyway, and you graduated from what, Sheen?
Lyman Hall.
Lyman Hall. Okay. Well, Sheen is in Wallingford,
Yeah,
too,
the other
right?
side of town. That's our rivals.
That's the rival. Okay. That's like, okay. It's like Hartford Public and Hill House,
Yeah.
or whatever, go from there. So, anyway. So, on a personal side, what do you like to do for fun? Do you have any hobbies?
I mean, I'm just working. I do a lot of Jeeping. I got my Jeep group that we do a lot of things with. Yeah.
Little off-roading?
Yeah, we do a lot of Jeep events. A lot of fundraisers.
Okay.
We do a lot of stuff like that.
What do you have, a CG, a Rubicon? What do you got?
I got a little Wrangler. My
Little Wrangler,
My little
okay.
two-door JL.
That's
it's a
all
sport.
right.
It's a sport, but
That-
she treats me well.
That's all right. They go from there. So, anyway, so do you get out and do a lot of weekend stuff as far as that goes? And,
When I'm not working, yeah.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Now, what's your schedule like, working? Do you have to alternate weekends? Tell us how that works a little bit.
So we have a rotating schedule that lasts 2 weeks
Okay.
each rotation.
Yep.
And, when you're running the plant or if you're one of the floaters, you're Monday through Friday.
Okay,
Like for this week, these 2 weeks, I'm on the road.
okay,
Checking all the pump stations and stuff. So
Okay.
yesterday and today were my days off. I had Wednesday, Thursday off this
Okay.
week and next week.
okay,
And then once that rotation's over, I'll go back to the Monday through Friday.
okay.
And then after that rotation, because during the weekend you have someone on the plant
Yep,
and you have someone on the road.
okay,
So, they kind of work hand in hand with each other. Hey, I'm on the plant. Can you go check out this pump station or check out this well? There's something wrong with it or
Okay.
it didn't turn on, stuff
Okay.
like that. So you kind of work together.
okay, nice.
But there's always 2 people working.
That's
weekends.
good. Safety in numbers.
Yes.
That's so, when is the plant normally manned 24 hours a day, or is that basically just a daytime shift, 8 hours?
Just usually daytime. So we're there 7 to 3:30
Okay.
during the week. Usually Monday through Thursday, we have our part-timers who are retirees.
Yep.
They come in, work part-time, 2 days each. They work 12:30 to 8:30.
Okay.
So when you're the guy on call,
Yep.
it takes a lot of pressure off you. So, when you get out of work, if you got a few things to do or,
Right.
but they're there, but you still can get called in while they're there, but they usually,
Right.
they're good.
They're
So
good.
They take
Now,
care
when
of
when
us.
you're on call, what do you take a laptop home? How does that work?
We just enter our phone number in the dialer.
Yep.
So if an alarm goes off, it'll call the plant. It'll
Okay.
call our Pierce plant first, let them know, hey, something's wrong.
Okay.
And then it'll call us, call the operator directly.
Okay.
Usually the operator acknowledges the call, so it doesn't go on to,
Down the call list.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or it calls management first and then us.
Yeah.
But that's the way they know, hey,
The
something's
phone,
going on.
The phone tree. So then
Yeah.
you usually have to go in to find out what's going on.
Usually the operator goes in. It's very rare that the manager has to go in, but
Okay.
unless it's something, very
Right.
outrageous, but the operator's very capable of taking care of
Sure.
what's going on. It could be something as simple as, an analyzer going wrong.
Right.
It's happened. So
Now, obviously, we were, coming out of COVID and so forth. Did you notice water consumption, increase during COVID?
a little bit, yeah, actually.
Yeah, a lot of people
no,
working
that's
from
actually
home.
when I first started. was
Oh, okay.
During the middle of COVID.
Okay.
So I did notice that, we were running out of water. It was running low, I mean.
Okay.
We had to, because people like to fish at Mackenzie,
Yeah.
we had to put up signs out where there was no fishing because the water was getting so low. And,
Okay.
but luckily, knock on wood, this year and last year, we didn't really have to do it too much.
Now, how large is your clear well? That you
The
pump?
clear well's 3 million gallons.
3 million. Okay.
Yep.
So that you pump out of that. So
Yep.
awesome. So, okay. Obviously, your dad told you I'm in the music industry. So,
Mm-hmm.
have any favorite bands?
My favorite band growing up was Linkin Park.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right. Most memorable concert that you've been to?
See, I don't go to many concerts.
No.
I'm not a big concert person. I did just go to one concert, though. Cody Johnson.
Okay.
fantastic. We'll do it absolutely 100% again.
Coda was that at Xfinity up in Hartford?
No, he's a country singer. It was
Yeah.
up at Albany. We drove all the way to Albany MVP
really?
Arena.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
So
Nice.
It was a great time, great show.
Nice. Because he's one of the new up and comers.
Yeah, we've been listening to him for 2 years though.
Yeah.
He's finally starting to. People are starting to recognize him. And,
That's nice.
Oh, yeah.
That's nice. Okay. So typically, my era, we used to, what's on your playlist? I mean, what would be on your playlist as far as that goes?
Mine bounces all over the place.
Okay.
I got my country on there, got my rap, got my
okay.
rock. I got everything on there.
Hey,
Got my stuff back from middle school,
There you go. Well, yeah, that's what they say. Variety is the spice of life, as far as that goes. Okay. So now, I have the desert island food. Okay. So if you got stuck on a desert island, what food could you eat every day?
Pickles.
Pickles.
I love pickles.
Nice. Any particular type? Gherkins?
Vlasic.
Vlasic. Okay. There you go. All right. Nice. All right. Well, that's first time I've heard pickles.
I love pickles.
Nice. Okay. All right. So if you had a desert island album, you could only bring one album on a desert island. What would it be? Linkin Park?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The Meteor album.
Meteor album? Okay. All right. Close enough. Fantastic. Yeah. All right. So, again, the purpose of me launching this podcast is obviously to attract younger folks like you into the water industry. So, what advice would you give to, college freshman, senior in high school or whatever on careers in the water industry?
Keep an open mind.
Okay.
Don't go based off what people want you to do.
Okay.
Always keep an open mind. They always try to push college on you.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
On your senior year. That's what happened to me.
Uh-huh.
And I don't say I regret it.
Okay.
But I kind of wish I kept my mind open instead of being set on one thing.
Right.
I didn't even know about water treatment. Yeah, I grew up with it with my dad, but I never thought I would be where he is now.
Well, it's a viable career. It's a secure career. It's a career that obviously any job in the water or wastewater industry isn't a job that you can outsource. You need boots on the ground. Okay, as far as that goes, and usually the compensation is pretty decent. As far as that goes. So great. Well, all right, Taylor. Thanks so much for coming on. I appreciate you stopping over and thanking your dad for getting you into the industry because, like I say, we got to start filling this pipeline of knowledge that when your dad and I say sayonara, we got to have people filling that pipeline for filling our positions as we exit on our exit strategy. So this is my exit strategy, doing a podcast and getting this out to high school guidance officers and careers. I just wrote an article now for the AWWA Connections magazine, and one of the things that the AWWA is their marketing. They asked me, says, well, who do you market to? I says, well, who do you market to? Well, you market to, they're marketing to people already in the water industry. Well, that's not the whole purpose of this podcast. This part is you want to think outside the box to get, make that tent bigger to get people to come in and say, hey, that's something that I could get into.
Yeah.
So anyway, Taylor, thank you so much. All righty.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the future of the water and wastewater industry and the careers you didn't know about. I'm your host, Dave Kosminski, and Ms. Taylor Mrozowski was in the house. She's a water treatment plant operator for the town of Wallingford. So again, Taylor, thanks so much for coming over, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.